Hello, seventh graders. It's Mrs. Kalis. I miss you guys. I'm really not feeling well, and I don't know how you do a substitute for online. So, what I'm going to do is share this video with you. And if at your time that you're supposed to meet with me, if you could just go to the dashboard and right here, with your name, it'll say your name, and you just write here so I know that you were at the correct time and I can do attendance that way. Um, So, if you didn't finish yesterday's assignment, you can do that first, and then you can do this one. Because you really need to read at least two short stories that I posted yesterday on the slideshow. If you could read two from the same author, that would be great. If you haven't done that already, because we're going to be choosing novels by those authors to do an author study. All right. So, investigating characterization, session 3, point of view. Who is telling the story? Readers, today I want to teach you that sometimes the reader hears the story through the voice of one character, and then everything is shaped by that character's point of view. Other times, the reader gets a wider point of view, seeing scenes that the main character isn't in. One way readers investigate point of view is to look closely at how the story begins. Terms for types of narration. First person uses the pronoun I. The narrator is telling the story. He or she often shares his thoughts and feelings. Second person, you. The narrator addresses the reader or sometimes seems to be talking to himself or herself. Third person, he, she, or they. Someone outside is telling the story. The characters may not know everything the reader does. Hybrid. The narration shifts. It may shift from first to second, or it may have different first-person narrators in parts. Okay. Here are some examples. Readers investigate the narrative point of view. Who is telling the story? First person I. Somewhere inside me, I knew that 10-year-old boys were not supposed to spend their recess circling oak trees in search of four-leaf clovers. Still, that's what I and my equally unpopular acquaintances, Alan Gold and Alan Shipman, were doing while the rest of our classmates played tag and kickball and pushed each other higher and higher on the swings. Second person, you. It's finally summer. Go ahead, take a deep breath. You're free. All year long, your mom's has been on you like glue about algebra worksheets and science fair projects and a knee-high stack of books Mrs. Baker assigned for English class, and you did what you had to do. 2 A's and 4 B's. That was from How to Transform an Everyday Ordinary Hoop Court into a Place of Higher Learning, and You Are the Podium by Matt De La Pena. That's the one that we're going to be using as our mentor text. Hopefully, read a little bit Monday and Tuesday. Third person, he, she, they. As soon as she arrived, she went straight to the kitchen to see if the monkey was there. It was. What a relief. She wouldn't have liked to admit that her mother had been right. Monkeys at a birthday? Her mother had sneered. Get away with you, believing any nonsense you're told. She was cross, but not because of the monkey, the girl thought. It's just because of the party. And that's from The Stolen Party by Liliana Hecker. Hybrid. Look, I didn't want to be a half-blood. If you're reading this because you think you might be one, my advice is close this book right now. Believe whatever lie your mom or dad told you about your birth and try to lead a normal life. Being a half-blood is dangerous. It's scary. Most of the time, it gets you killed in painful, nasty ways, and that's from The Lightning Thief by Percy Jackson. So I want you to type your answers here. There's a short video. There aren't any words really, but you can kind of tell who's telling the story and whose point of view it's in. And so for the number one, describe the point of view of each character. What happened to change how Joy felt about Heron? I'm guessing Joy is the dog. What did Heron do to thank Joy? The heron, I'm guessing, is the bird. What makes you change your mind on how you think and feel about others? Think of a time when you changed your mind about someone. What happened? So you don't have to put, the real names. You could just tell me what happened. And then, so type your answers right on the slide. That would be great because I'm going to give each of you your own copy so you can edit it. And then the last slide, your turn. I just want you to type your titles of the short stories you read on Tuesday. What point of view are your short stories written in? You only have to do two. If you did more than two, just pick two. Explain how it gives you a narrower or a wider point of view. Homework. Read some more short stories from yesterday's slide. Okay, so I want you to try to read at least two from the same author. All right. I hope everyone's feeling well. And if you just right here when you're supposed to check in and then turn this in by the end of our time would be great. So that way I know that you worked on it during our scheduled time. Okay. I'll do my best to get to grade them. All right. So see you soon. Have a good day.